Stocks appear to be moving at a breakneck pace in the perplexing world of investing, and in 2021, the popular stock indices are all going up, up, and up. However, not every source believes this is the case. There's much debate for what's to come in the financial market this year, so stay tuned for everything you need to know. What's next for the financial markets? You may be considering investing as stock prices continue to rise to new highs. Investors have been flocking to equities and alternative investments like cryptocurrency since the COVID-19 pandemic broke out. According to a Charles Schwab research of 500 individuals, 15% of current retail investors began investing in the stock market in 2020. It's easy to get carried away with the thrill. The S&P 500 index increased by more than 14% in the first half of 2021. Then there's the craze for meme stocks like AMC, which hit new highs in June, and GameStop, which soared earlier this year. September has a history of being the worst month for stock market performance, and dangers abound. The number of coronavirus cases is increasing in many regions of the world, and the Federal Reserve has stated that it plans to begin tapering its bond purchases before the end of the year. Healthy skepticism is appropriate, but don't let the news or history scare you. The stock market may yet have some room to run. So what are the predictions for the next 6 months for the financial market? Let's delve in. No one anticipated a repetition of the Nasdaq's 43.6% gain in 2020. The strong market years are followed by much modest gains. According to Investors Business Daily analysis, the Nasdaq has seen 4 years of gains more than 40% since its inception in 1972. The best year after such a spike was in 2010, when the market was still rebounding from the 2008 financial crisis, with a 16.9% gain. The Nasdaq's worst annual performance after 40% plus gain occurred in 2000, when the dot-com bubble burst and the Nasdaq fell 39.3%. According to online sources, the S&P 500 gain in the second year of a bull market has averaged roughly 13% since 1950. This opens the door to some upside in the remaining months of 2021. The average return in the second year of bull markets that followed 30% or bigger falls, as the current one does, has been 17%. It's worth noting that the average maximum decline in the S&P 500 during the second year of its bull markets was around 10%, according to Buckbinder, an expert in the field. Support at the 50-day moving average has held S&P 500 pullbacks to a maximum of 6% this year. In 2021, the stock market's taste has been fickle and inconsistent, ranging from value to growth firms and from technology to industrials. From January through May 10th, home builders and building products had the lead. Those industry groups are presently showing a downward trend. Leisure products reached their peak in early May and are currently leveling off. Until mid-March, farm machinery took the lead. Auto components and haulage were among the top equities from early March through early May. Since May 10th, they've been sputtering. Market forecast for 2021, alternative theory. According to several observers, the stock market has seen more sector movement this year than the typical. Supply chain issues are having a significant influence on the market as production restarts are taking longer than usual. Inflation fears, fueled by consumer prices growing at their quickest rate since 2008, are also dragging on the market. According to Sean Naughton, senior manager of U.S. equities at RBC Wealth Management, we will continue to see fits and starts in market leadership in the second half of 2021. Even when other sectors excel, many investors remain committed to growth equities. 6 months ago, Naughton was positive on financials, particularly banks, as he looked ahead to the 2021 stock market. Naughton's preference for financials hasn't changed. The trend in 10-year yields favors the sector, despite the fact that it has been easing since April, he says. Stocks should profit from the expanding economic recovery. He stated, "We anticipate this will be a long-term recovery." 3 market predictions for September 2021. September has a history of being the worst month for stock market performance. The number of coronavirus cases is increasing in many regions of the world, and the Federal Reserve has stated that it plans to begin tapering its bond purchases before the end of the year. Volatility will pop up at some point. There's a clear path to avoid a September downturn, and there's a good probability we'll see more gains. That doesn't rule out the possibility of it being choppy at some time. If investors become more risk-averse as a result of recent economic data, they may soon abandon the high-value equities that have been driving markets upward. The VIX could rise as a result of bad news about coronavirus outbreaks. Inflation numbers that are very high could have the same impact. On September 21st, the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee will convene and issue economic estimates. Expect some anxiety in the days running up to critical dates, and be prepared for a drop if the news isn't good. Right now, everything is on a knife's edge. We're still dealing with uncertainty at the end of the day. Things could stutter, and the stock market could rise significantly before the next downturn. Alternatively, a difficult period could be just around the corner. Continue to be careful. Biotech stocks will lead the market. Biotech stocks were flying off the shelves right away. Before reversing in early February, the Nasdaq Biotech Index rose 15%. This was approximately the time that an increase in inflation began to frighten the the market. However, money is flowing back into the sector as a result of recent discoveries, which have piqued the interest of investors. Intelia, a biotech startup, released promising results from its groundbreaking CRISPR study. The cutting-edge technology is now being sent directly to the human body. The FDA has authorized Biogen's Alzheimer's medicine, marking the first time in nearly 17 years that an Alzheimer's therapy has been licensed. More advancements are expected before the end of the year, which means this stock will continue to do well. Asian stocks likely to continue the rally into 2021. Positive vaccine breakthroughs such as those from Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna were a key game changer towards the end of 2020, with companies like Pfizer, BioNTech, and Moderna receiving approval and beginning distribution in various regions of the world. This was largely seen as a significant step towards putting the world's population on the path to widespread immunization and the restart of economic activities. Because of China's strong performance, emerging Asian equities have remained a bright point. The Chinese economy has continued to witness significant economic readings and continuous improvement in demand, enough to drive the region into recovery after being the first in and the first out of the COVID-19 epidemic. Best stocks to invest in now. Nvidia Corporation. Let's get this list started with one of the market's hottest stocks right now. It's no wonder that this beast continues to rise. The firm creates computer processing chips and helps computers perform better. It's a little bit of crypto mining and a little bit of gameplay. There's also word that they've landed a few contracts. This stock has a number of positive factors working in its favor. News of well-known and rich investors can serve as catalysts. It attracts attention and makes people wonder if they're missing out. It's easy to see why this stock is so popular, not to mention the fact that I think the technology is incredible. Peabody Energy Corporation, BTU. The cost of energy is increasing. With everything going on in the Middle East and China, it makes sense. In the near future, net gas costs are expected to grow. Profits will continue to rise as energy prices rise. This will most likely continue until a more environmentally friendly alternative can be found. The race is on, yet traditional energy sources are still being consumed. If you're concerned about paying too much at the pump, a winner like BTU could help you offset some of the cost. Amazon Incorporated. Simply put, Amazon, a multi-billion-dollar technology firm, operates one of the world's largest e-commerce businesses. It sells things and material that it buys from suppliers for resale, as well as those offered by third-party sellers. Aside from that, Amazon provides a variety of computing services, including Amazon Web Services, AWS, and Amazon Prime. It's no wonder that investors are continually on the watch for the company's shares, given its status as a tech behemoth. The corporation announced the launch of 2 new delivery stations in Hanover and Baltimore earlier this month. The company's delivery stations are critical to its operations since they power the last mile of the purchase process and help customers receive their orders faster. It would also give entrepreneurs the ability to start their own Amazon package delivery firm or develop their own Amazon Flex delivery schedule. Amazon's core business and services are in great demand as e-commerce grows in popularity. If you're looking for a safe bet stock that is certain to see a steady rise, then Amazon is the way to go. And there you have it, everything you need to know about what is next for the financial market this year and some of the expert predictions. Additionally, we wanted to share with you some great stock investments if you're thinking of getting into the financial market. Make sure to let us know down below what you thought. Did we miss anything? What are your 2021 predictions for the market? But if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.